Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Imtiaz Gadar and I am the CEO of JS Global Capital Limited, which is the flagship company of the Jahangir Siddiqui Group and one of Pakistan's largest and premier investment banking and brokerage firms. I would like to welcome all our stakeholders to the 2023 performance review of your company. 2023 was a year of two halves, where we saw the first half of the year was a very challenging one as the macro pressures took a toll on the economy. But come June 2023, with the IMF program being signed, we saw a significant rebound not just in sentiments but also in asset prices, and the same reflected in a significant bull run at the PSX. Your company was, alhamdulillah, agile enough, flexible enough to strategize alongside these changing dynamics, and we are very proud to report that we were able to generate the desired outcomes out of the year 2023. To give you a flavor of the numbers for 2023, the company was able to report a profit after tax of 187 million rupees, which translated into an EPS of 6.82, which is up 146% over the previous year. The key drivers of this earnings were the operating revenue. The operating revenue saw an increase of 58%, mainly led by the brokerage income, which reported an increase of 57%. In addition, also very pleased to report that the investment banking revenue lines, though small, but reported a 123% increase year on year, indicating that it remains on the right trajectory. On the cost side, given the amount of inflation that was reported this year, very happy to report that not only were we able to keep costs under the growth of revenues, but also lower than the inflation reported in the country. So these cost control measures and significant momentum on revenue that was driven by a very handsome pickup in market share saw the company report the significant EPS of 6.82 for the year. In addition to the financial performance, there were also a number of milestones that we would like to share with our stakeholders. First and foremost, and very close to our heart, was the launch of the JS Global Banking Sector ETF. The first ETF in Pakistan that has been launched by a brokerage house, and SECB was kind enough to allow JS Global to launch it under the sandbox regulation. In addition to it being a historic event in itself, we are very proud to report that the ETF crossed the 100 million mark and emerged as one of the largest ETFs in Pakistan that are listed on the Pakistan Stock Exchange. In terms of the awards for this year, JS Global again emerged as a significant player across the board. First and foremost, I would like to mention CFA Society Pakistan, which awarded JS Global in 4 different categories. These included the Best Brokerage House in Pakistan, the Best Equity Report, Best Analyst of Pakistan, and the Best Equity Salesperson of Pakistan, highlighting and showcasing that our strength is not limited to any particular corner but is fairly widespread. The appreciation was not limited only to the local market. The international investor community was equally generous and appreciative of our efforts. Asia Money awarded JS Global awards in 5 different categories. Finance Asia declared JS Global as the best domestic brokerage house in Pakistan. The awards were not only limited to business performance. The continuous drive that your company has for transparency and disclosures was appreciated at the Corporate Report Awards by ICAP and ICMA, where JS Global emerged as the best annual reports in its NBFI category, giving us further confidence and encouragement to continue our strive on improving our disclosures and transparency with the stakeholders. One other area which I do like to highlight, and that requires a lot of attention from a Pakistan market perspective, is the expansion of the investor base. The number of UINs in Pakistan remains anemic around the 300,000 mark, and it is a situation that requires a solution and has also gotten a lot of focus from the regulators. I am very proud to report that JS Global more than played its part in this space. 2-pronged strategy was adopted by your company. One was the relaunch of our app under a rebranded campaign under the name of JS Invest Pro, incorporating all the requirements that investors have these days for stock market investments. This was accompanied by the launch of an education series called Sarmaya Kari Ki Samajdari, where we tried to address all the wrong myths associated with stock market investments and bring people into the stock market fold. The efforts were not only done at the JS Global level, we leveraged our group synergies significantly. The Zindagi app, which is a flagship product of our parent company JS Bank, was tied up with JS Global to address this problem that the market is facing in Pakistan. And I am, alhamdulillah, very pleased, very thankful to report that we were able to add 35,000 new UINs into the Pakistan market, with a significant majority of them being first-time investors. So it's not that we have grabbed different investors that were existing in the market. We have been able to expand the investment market, and that effort continues and should continue going forward as well. All in all, this has been a good year for your company. The agility, the flexibility that we have shown in terms of adopting our strategies to different changing market dynamics, to be able to achieve the different objectives that we set out to do, have paid off dividend, and we continue to foresee them working well for us in the future. I would also like to thank all my stakeholders, especially the chairman of the board of directors, the regulators, PSX, that everybody who has been supportive of all our efforts that we've been trying to do, not just to prosper your company, but also play our role in the development of capital markets. The way things are going, the economy of Pakistan is, mashallah, taking a positive turn now as we speak, and I remain confident that JS Global is very well positioned to continue sharing further good news with you in future reviews as well. Thank you so much.